This is Chilka, the Wonder Lagoon, a source of inspiration to poets since time immemorial. One among them is Prasanna Patasani. He has lived on its shore since childhood. Chilka has influenced his life, his philosophy, and his appreciation of nature.
Chilka, a seat of all-pervading Brahma, liquid ether in endless ripples, blue ascending endless, a bountiful murmur of Vedic wisdom, the supreme syllable of waves shining.
Chilka lies on the eastern coast in Orissa with an opening to the sea. It is the largest inland brackish water body of its kind in Asia, stretching to an area of some 800 square kilometers. Many tiny islands are scattered all over its body, mostly uninhabited, barren. Rivulets feed it with fresh water, while through a channel the sea water rushes in. An ideal habitat for migratory birds. One can set off on a boat journey early in the morning to explore the many beauties of Chilka. Simple fisher folk live around the lagoon in tiny hamlets. They have their own fables and legends. Based on one such legend, the poet Godavarish Mishra, a great son of Orissa, wrote an immortal ballad called Kali Jai. It is said that long, long ago, a poor old man was taking his innocent young daughter, Kali Jai, on a boat to give her in marriage to an aged groom, living somewhere on a distant island.
Her face gleams with chanting ripples, inviting the human eye to the green earth with letters of beauty, the grand procession of birds and fishes, at times wavy and diffusing, the ceremony of which observes the age of mortal eye.
Fishing boats are a common sight in Chilka. Traditional fisher folk are active throughout the year. They spread their nets far and wide, and often the catch is rewarding. Chilka abounds with many types of fish, crab and oysters. The rugged and rocky islands offer some of the finest spots for meditation, calm and quiet, away from the madding world.
Birds chanting Om, the secret of universe, the rigid silence.
Surrounded by blue waters and listening to the chirping of the birds, one plunges into a deep sense of serenity, entering the innermost recesses of the mind. Poor Kali Jai lamented her fate while passing through Chilka, and along with her lamented the mountains and birds which were so dear to her.
मझी चिलिकारे पुणी झियर आखिरु झरइलु हलो ତିନ୍ତି ପିନ୍ଧା ଛିଟକାନି ଝିଅର ଆଖିରୁ ଝରଇଲୁ ହଲ ତିନ୍ତି ପିନ୍ଧା ଛିଟକାନି ଆହା ତିନ୍ତି ପିନ୍ଧା ଛିଟକାନି
The immortal ballad of Kalijai has become folklore on the lips of the local people. So much so that even the birds seem to join in.
aha ete dure deva pai na chali ati pavana samane न mane pani pathara tuni huo jai no kando aulo.
It is said that nature could not tolerate the torment of Kalijai, and as if to relieve her of all worldly pain, a strong gale swept across the lake. The boat capsized, and poor Kalijai was lost forever in the depths of the lagoon. In course of time, people erected a temple in her memory.
Layers of legends between the beasts of birds, pour down the message of the day, the legends of the lost home of heaven.
Devotees from far and near flock here during the festive season and pay homage to the memory of Kalijai, who has now come to be revered as a goddess. One of Chilka's major problems is the fast-growing underwater weeds, which in 1973 encompassed an area of 20 square kilometers. By 1985, they had spread to 244 square kilometers. Now, they are estimated to have encroached an area of 350 kilometers, thus reducing the depth of Chilka and threatening its very existence. Young marine biologist Manoranjan Panigrahi, who has studied the problem closely, says,
due to the huge quantity of aquatic weeds, the depth of Chilka has diminished to 0.51 to 1.6 meters, which is affecting the fish productivity. Whereas these weeds are also the chief natural food of migratory birds. So the weed control by dredging should be in a balanced way by which neither the fishermen nor the migratory birds are affected.
Chilka's problems also include sedimentation, siltation, choking of its mouth which leads to the sea, and gradual shrinkage of the water spread area. Permanent solutions to these problems, based on scientific studies and impact assessment, are immediately needed to save Chilka from destruction. The depth of Chilka varies from 3.9 meters in the southwest zone to 2.5 meters in the central and 1.5 meters in the northwest. The shallowness towards the northwest is gradual. Here is the sanctuary area of Nalbana, described as a paradise of birds. It is very shallow, and a considerable part of its landmass gets exposed during summer. But in the winter months, it's an ideal location for thousands of migratory birds, which arrive here from Himalayan heights and Central Asia. This 16 square kilometer area is known as the Chilka Wildlife Sanctuary. Birds and birds, small and big, in their thousands. How do they follow meticulously the same route year after year.
Where from those birds come, slender, sapient, feathery, white, diamond-like and of myriad colors, unknown to me and to human race.
Chilka provides excellent opportunities for bird watching. Ornithologists like Dr. U.N. Dev, director of Project Bihang in Orissa, an institution dedicated to research and education in ornithology, spends days watching the birds in Chilka.
Chilka is a great place, and there are about 151 kinds of birds in Chilka. Out of them, 100 are migratory from outside the country. Up till now, not much study has been done on the birds of Chilka, especially migration, though we have been conducting our study for a long time.
The birds here are protected under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Constant patrolling ensures their safety. The ranger in charge of patrolling says that his men are always alert and try their best to protect the birds.
Wildlife Protection Act अनुजाई एमानंकर सुरक्षा व्यवस्था करा जाउअछि.
Dr. Dev says
Chilka attracts 151 species and subspecies of birds from far and near, which visit Chilka during winter and summer season. Birds in Chilka include ducks and geese, which come from beyond the Himalayas. Plovers and waders from Central and Northern Asia. While some ducks, like Brahmani ducks and bar-headed geese, which breed in Ladakh region, visit Chilka during winter. Resident species, like the egrets and herons, are local migrants from Bhitarkanika, the mangrove forest in the Balasore coast of Orissa. Chilka's abundant food and favorable habitat attract these birds. Chilka is the largest waterbird refuge in the country and must be conserved at any cost.
an interesting trend is that the flamingos, notable seasonal guests visiting Chilka from Iran and the Rann of Kutch, who generally used to fly away after the migratory season, have now started overstaying in Chilka. The recent status survey of the Wildlife Organization has revealed that some more species of birds are now choosing Chilka as their permanent home. Besides these, there are a good number of resident birds too in Chilka. However, the implementation of an integrated management plan based on ecological as well as socio-economic considerations, including eco-development programs and collective concern, are required for the good health of Chilka. Extensive expansion work can be noticed on the shores of Chilka at Barkul. The Director of Tourism, Orissa, Sri S.K. Nanda, throws some light on tourism promotion plans.
Massive dose of investment has been taken up in Chilka at both sides, that one at Satpeda as well as one at the Barkul. The government is trying to take up the work of water sports complex by building up a very big promenade where the people would be taught and the Institute of Water Sports would also shortly come up. In addition, Chilka is being made a destination for itself with base at Bhubaneswar, not only as a paradise for the water lovers or the reptile lovers or the birds lovers, but also as a place where they can spend at night and also see the dolphins at play, since dolphins have come up in a very big number in this 800 square kilometer water reservoir.
But will the influx of tourists mar the virginity of Chilka? Will it spoil the privacy of the birds? Yet the poet recites,
Chilka, an eternal book of poetry, saturated, varied beauty in blue water.
the day draws to a close and the evening sets in. The birds return homewards. So do the visitors, who explore, discover, and experience Chilka in their own way. They depart with pleasant memories of the Wonder Lagoon, Chilka.